Hi, VC, and you know who you are. Dexter. He's already making an appearance here. Um, Hope everything's well. I've been sort of absent for a little bit. I've been on vacation and for a couple of weeks, and took a week to get sort of back to normal. And um, anyway, so I think there's some stuff to get right into it. Yeah. This is going to be a combo, mostly vinyl, but a few CDs I want to show. A couple of box sets that I got to show real quick. um, hmm, where to begin? I'll begin this way. Last Sunday, a friend of mine, Marsh, if you are on the Facebook page, you know Marsh Gooch. He's on Facebook, but he's not on here posting. He should be one of these days. We'll make a post. I don't know when. But until then, he's on Facebook. He and I went up to Bellingham to do a quick trip. We've been talking about going up there, which is very close to the Canadian border. It's a college town. There's a couple of record stores. Used to be a lot more. That's kind of the way things are these days. It used to be a lot more record stores, but not so many now. But, we did find a couple of good ones to go through, and two record stores and an antique mall, which usually doesn't have a lot of great things to look at least around here. But up there, this one was really nice. I can't remember what the name of it was. Save my life, I can't remember what the name of it was. But anyway, I'll start showing a few things I picked up. Got some really cool 45s. One that he posted on Facebook that I kind of found, but I let him buy because it really belonged in his collection more than mine. So that was it was fun to find that, and for a second holding my hands going, I want this, and then realizing that it really belongs in his collection, so I let him have first shot at it, and he took it, which is good. So I'm glad he got it. But I found a couple of local, well, that one was a local 45. This is another local 45 by a band called The Fraz, who I recall way back when, in the early 80s. As you can see there, Super Boss Go-Go Rock. They do covers of Venus and a little bit of soul. And the artwork you see here, I immediately recognized it, was from another music artist, including the label artwork on it, done by Rob Morgan. Rob Morgan was in a band called the Puds and the Squirrels, or the Mighty Mighty Squirrels. And he was known for not only being involved in the music scene and being in the bands, but also doing a lot of his own artwork. You will see right here. Pretty cool, very distinctive. Very distinctive. And you can always tell something that Rob Morgan's had his hands on, just because of the way it looks. So, very cool. In fact, that single that I found that ended up handing off to Marsh was a Puds single, their first single, called Take Me to Your Leader, which was a minor hit around here. I don't know. I think it was written up, of all places, in Italy. I was looking around online for some information about it, and of all places, there was a posting of an article about the Puds single over in Italy in an Italian magazine, music magazine. So that was pretty cool. So that's sort of 45 number one. You want to get down because you're just walking around in circles here. Say goodbye. I'll probably see you later. Okay, there you go. Elevator to the ground floor. So there you go, the Fraz, a local band. Also in this one store, found a really cool Sparks 45 that was already spotted. It's kind of water damaged, but what's nice about it is it's on, well, let me show you the cover. It's the single for Achu. What's great about it is it's a DJ 45, and if you take a look, I don't know if you can read it or not or see it. Somebody wrote, well, let me show you first off. Island Record, white label, promo. Can it be seen? Ah, there we go. So the A side and the B side. This might qualify for Dr. Deadwax's contest. I don't know. Have to do it. Have to try it. Have to see. But side A is a chew. Side B is something for the girl with everything. And what's cool about it is clearly a radio promo. You can see here, I don't know if you can read it or not, but underneath the word Sparks, it says artist in parentheses. Under Achu, it says title, I believe, or next to it, it says title. So they knew what title, what was what. The name of the band was not Achu, it was Sparks. And then over here it says, make it or break it, with a question mark right here. So there must have been a radio show that they had Make It or Break It where they probably played it, and it was part of the Make It or Break It show. I don't know if it made it or if it was made or broke or just what. Be interesting to know. Although probably coming from, could have been a local radio station up there, could have been a college campus radio station. Who knows? But, you know, if you've watched some of my other posts, I like this kind of stuff. Some people are going to get bothered by it, but this kind of lends a little bit of history to it, a little bit of artifacting to it that back then, when 1974, when they were playing this, they're wondering, you know, they want to make sure people knew that what the title was and what the name of the artist was. And anyway, I love that kind of stuff because it sort of means that it was used. It was somebody did something with it in the records in the radio station, which is kind of cool. It's geeky, nerdy stuff. I picked up a Cure single as well. Mostly, I think I might already have this. It's the Cure. It's on the Fiction label. I hate these molded, pressed labels here. A Forest backed with another Journey by Train. Well, mostly what I got it for was the Fiction company sleeve, which I didn't have a copy of. So that was kind of cool to get the Fiction company sleeve set up like a radio speaker up top, radiophonic. That was kind of cool. So those were the 45 finds I found. Oh, actually, there's one more. This is what we found up. This is what I found up in Bellingham. And then recently, I also picked up something a lot of people have been picking up, which is The Next Day. And yes, $19. But it's $19 everywhere. I can't find it any cheaper, and I figured, well, I'll buy it at a local store here and give them the business. So they had one copy in its Sonic, and I grabbed it. So very cool, very collectible, relatively collectible, I think. The next picture disc for Bowie's coming out. Looking forward to that. And let's see. Well, I know there's some other things that I picked up recently, but besides this, I grabbed these things yesterday, and I was doing really well. I was doing really well until yesterday. Well, I was doing really well at the first record store I went into, and then I went into Sonic, and it all kind of went downhill after that. But anyway, you know, we've all seen this guy, Rolling Stones, but nicely enough, the working zipper, yes, it has a zipper that works. And also what's nice about it, that's where this tag used to be, sticker residue there used to be, it's a German pressing, but it's in great condition. It's in just amazing condition, considering. And it's even got the insert with it. So I know we've all probably seen this a number of times, but it was very cool to find a. Now this isn't an original German. I was hoping that it would be. Nice German label there. I looked it up real quickly online on my phone at eBay to see if there were any listings of German pressings, and there was one for $90, which kind of told me that it was probably an original. And I noticed a couple of things. One, the label was different, and two, the zipper on the original one was silver, This one's gold or brass, but also the hole that you see cut in the tab here, you see in the tab right there, is a little bit different shape than the one that I have here. So this is probably a later pressing of it. I'd have to look and find out what later pressing. Of course, could have come from a different pressing, could have come from a different factory. So I don't know, although the label is very different. Either way, it's a working zipper version with the all the bits intact. German pressing, the vinyl looks great. So very happy to have this. Hopefully I can do this. I was playing this yesterday on Facebook. I posted the Bill Bruford's first solo album. Feels Good to Me. Really great album. Unfortunately, I found out when I put it on the turntable, hard to tell at the store, but when I put it on the turntable, one portion of the lip of the LP is warped. Noticeable, but not audible, which is nice. If I ever get a chance to get my hand on one of those, you know, de-warper things, I might give it a go to see if I can't fix that. But it actually plays okay. It doesn't skip. It doesn't sound odd. It doesn't make the needle move oddly. It's just sort of goes up and down a little bit. That's only for the first 2 tracks. And like I said, don't notice it. Don't hear it at all. So a lot of these these 2 I got at Sonic's. This is pretty much the Sonic bag right here. I don't know if these were ever released separately outside of the Beat the Boot box, but there were 2 Beat the Boot Frank Zappa LPs available. This one, Freaks and Mother T asterisk, number sign, @ sign, percentage sign, exclamation mark, exclamation point. So, yeah, I ain't gonna say that. Like this one. Pull it out, and it is, you know, it's the Beat the Boots. Well, it's the Fooey Freaks and yeah. But it's on the Rhino label. I don't know if these were released separately or not, but that's the Beat the Boots logo, I think. Somebody might have broken up a box. I don't know. Haven't heard this guy yet, but you don't see these very often, and I'm just not in the market right now for buying an entire box because I think there were 2 volumes of these things. Not quite sure. So I saw these 2 broken out of the box, and I decided to grab them. Unmitigated Audacity. It's the other one that they had. This is live at Notre Dame University, May 12, 1974. So pretty cool to have that. Limited edition colored vinyl. That's part of the artwork, but it isn't on colored vinyl. It's just good old black vinyl. Again, the Beat the Boots logo on the other side, Rhino logo there. So, very cool to have those. I sort of passed on them originally, and I thought to myself, no, that's not a good thing to do. Let me see. What else do I have? Do this the hard way. Kate Bush 12-inch single. I think I've already got this one, but you know, for $5, in great shape. It's running up that hill. The U.S. pressing of it, so nice to have that. Drum roll, if there is one, if I could put one on, I had the time to put one on, I would do that. My very first Rush album. So choked up. My very first Rush album. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will. Power Windows. It was in great shape. It was like $5. And to find any Rush album at all, I don't know if they're good or bad. Rush is just really expensive. And even the ones that are like 10 or 15 bucks are in horrible shape. So I was happy to find this one. This isn't the one I was looking for. I think, for some reason, I wanted to start with Hold Your Fire, I think it's called, the red cover with the 3 balls flying. I was hoping to find a copy of that. I've yet to see a copy of that. That's one I'm trying to find next, because I think it was Lazarus who said that, or maybe it was LJ who said that that should be a good that would be a good one that everybody should. I'm at 15 minutes already. Oh my gosh, that would be a good one for everybody to start at. Well, I'm just going to fly through these things. Temptation, Psychedelic Shack. This is a reissue, but very cool to have. It's on the Motown label. In great shape. And then let's see here. Then actually, that's what that's the second. That's the loss of Control I had. The Control I had was going to that was at Sonic when I went to Jive Time. I picked up this very cool David Byrne. I had no idea there was a 12-inch single for anything from the Catherine Wheel, and yet here it is, David Byrne, Catherine Wheel. Big Blue Plymouth, Eyes Wide Open extended version, Leg Bells, Light Bath on the B-side. So, speaking of B-side, there's the back of the cover. Again, the front cover, very cool front cover. And I don't believe there's anything interesting. It says stereo mono. On the B side, it says stereo mono, so one of these songs is mono, but it doesn't say which. And this seems to be it's USA. I thought it was going to be a German pressing, but it's USA. No, wait a minute. No, it's manufactured in Holland. So it's Sire Records in the USA, but this is a Holland pressing. It's a Dutch pressing. So I thought it was an import. Anyway. And now we're at 25 minutes. I took 10 minutes alone. Jeez. I tell you, I have no sense of time when I'm doing these things. And, you know, I'm well over a year posting, and yet these posts still end up being 20, 25 minutes. I swear I try to do them quickly. Don't go back to Rockville, REM 12-inch single. I have the 7-inch single of this. I'm pretty darn sure. It also has 2 songs on one side, Don't Go Back to Rockville and Wolves. And wishing I got my glasses, I can read. Wolves at that time was from the Chronic Town EP, but previously not available in the UK. This is the UK person. And then I think it's backed with 9-9 and Gardening at Night, both recorded live at the Eldorado, Paris, France, on Good Friday, 20th of April, 1984, in mono. So there you go. Very nice. And I think it says this side has a little, don't know if you can see that, but it's the little cassette with the crossbones underneath, because we're killing music by taping the cassettes. Just a couple more here. David Bowie. This is another Holland pressing, I believe. Netherlands. Please tell me. Yes, printed in the Netherlands. But I've seen this picture used before, I think, or a picture from this photo shoot. So I was kind of expecting it to be the same thing, and then I realized that it's sort of a breakdown of the first David Bowie live album. That and Stage are 2 of my favorite live albums. I just think they're great. So this is sort of a breakdown on one disc. It was culled from performances on the 12th and 13th of July, 74. So I'd never seen this before. It's kind of cool to have the kind of a best of those 2 discs on one disc. Thank you, Netherlands. I had a couple of Bowie items there that were pretty interesting, but I ended up sticking with this one. I really like that front cover. That's very cool. And just except for that one little, you can see it right there when I go across it with the glare, you can see one little bit of the laminate got pulled off, unfortunately, when a sticker was probably taken off. Previous sticker was removed. And last but not least, can I keep it under 20 minutes? I'll do it. This was also picked up at Jive Time. It's Badger, White Lady. If you are familiar with Jackie Lomax at all, he went through a couple of different incarnations. And towards, I think, the later 70s, he was in a band called Badger. This is basically a Jackie Lomax album with Badger as his backing band. This is Jackie Lomax singing. In fact, there he is right in the middle of the group. I had this on CD. Went through a period when I just wanted to find everything. I'm over 20 minutes. So we'll go for another 10. No. I'll make this quick. It's just a plain white inner sleeve. Just trying to remember what label this was on. But I picked up a number of his... Epic. Very cool. So Epic label on Made in Holland. Made in the Netherlands. Anyway, it's a good album. If you like Jackie Lomax music, if you like his voice, he's kind of mostly known for the one album he did with George Harrison. George Harrison produced it. It was on the Apple label. But this is, what year is this from? 74. So I think this is, he did Is This What You Want? Apple label. Then he did, I can see but I can't remember the name of it. Then he did an album called Third, which was his third album. Then I think it was this album. And then he did another album that I can see in my mind, but I can't remember the name of it. I've got them all on CD. Anyway, speaking of CDs, I'm going to skip showing the CD boxes because I wanted to open one up and pull it out and sort of show it to everybody. So that's it for right now. Thanks a lot for watching. I will try to enter some contests. There have been a lot of contests going on, and I feel bad that I haven't entered them because I really wanted to take part in them, but I've just been so busy I haven't had a chance to. So, hey, I can get this under 22 minutes. Fantastic. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care. Hope everybody's having a great summer. I am having a great summer so far, so keep it up. Bye.